We have universal deficiencies. That is, there are deficiencies that life at this moment cannot provide us. Among these deficiencies, there are ones we cannot gain as we age. For example, as we grow older, maybe we'll talk about it if there's an opportunity, we can break down less lactose. We become more gassy, for example. This is a very important detail as we age, because supplementation, meaning supplement science, is a completely different science. Omega-3 is needed by everyone. It is needed for the development of the DNA of a newborn child. A middle-aged person needs omega-3 for the protection of their veins and heart. An elderly person needs omega-3 to prevent dementia. A newborn needs vitamin D for bone development. A middle-aged person needs it for a strong heart and a strong immune system. An elderly person additionally needs it to prevent bone loss and muscle. Meanwhile, what we need to know is that supplements like omega-3 and vitamin D are really necessary for us, but we must definitely have the inexpensive ones measured, Mr. Fati. I mean, we shouldn't give folic acid to anyone without measuring their folic acid levels. Folic acid is vitamin B9 and one of the two pillars of the brain. The brain has two pillars, vitamin B12 and vitamin B9. This duo protects the processes we call myelination in the brain, meaning it ensures communication between cells. Dementia spreads. Also, focus, concentration, blood production is very in different areas. For example, if your folic acid is deficient, you enter depression more easily. If your folic acid is deficient, you become more pessimistic. If your folic acid is deficient, it's harder to manage your anger attacks. But you need to have your folic acid checked.
But it can't be done without looking at it.
It can't be done without checking, because too much can be harmful, because it encourages excessive cell division. Therefore, folic acid should be measured to maintain 10 to 15 upwards.
Does encouraging excessive cell division mean carcinogenic in a
Say
sense?
Say one each.
So, when you take B12, is it still necessary to take folic acid?
Of course there is. Of course there is. Because the roles of B12 in the cell and folic acid are different. Like one is a shoe, the other is a jacket. Different.
So, is there the same risk with B12? I mean, is there too much or too little?
Actually, we don't have a clear risk for B12, but none of them is important. If a person's B12 level always comes out over 2,000 without taking any B12 supplements, it is necessary to check their bone marrow, hematology, and cellular functions. Normally, in blood analysis, a person who doesn't take B12 wouldn't have high B12 levels. But
is this
B12
even
is
a problem?
So you're saying let's also point to the bone marrow for a bad
so
course.
it's a sign of leukemia.
It can indicate. My opinion is that it's necessary to maintain B12 within our range, ideally keeping it between 500 and 1,000 and 700.
If you take a large amount of B12 and your B12 levels rise in your blood, does this also have a carcinogenic effect?
No.